spiritual gang. What the fuck is up, divine masculine, divine feminine? Welcome to my channel. This is RFUTAROT. Why RFU? Because I do what's right for me, and you should do what's right for you, and fuck who don't like it. Okay. I am an intuitive reader, so everything that happens from the moment I start fucking with your energy is intuitively guided from my spiritual gang. You feel me? So whatever messages I channel, the decks I pull, the cards that come out, everything is divinely guided, my G. So with that being said, if this is general, I'll let you know. If it's not general, I'll let you know that shit too, okay? But in the event that this is a general reading, just take your piece. Don't be greedy. And do not manipulate my videos, G, okay? Do not try to make my shit fit your shit. Be mad at me when you get some different shit. I'm not your free will, and I'm not the God of your understanding, okay? So let your intuition guide you to the messages that Source has for you. You feel me? Just do that, and you'll be all right. This might be your message, this might not be your divine time type shit. You feel me? So let your intuition guide you to the messages that Source has for you. Thank all my subscribers. I love y'all, gang. Thank y'all for the comments and the likes and the emails and shares and all that shit. I like all that shit. You feel me? So keep it coming. I really appreciate that shit. So what we are finna do, we're finna bend the block and just do a little weekly recap and see if there's maybe advice for next week, or monumental things that might have happened last week that you didn't really pick up on type shit. We just gonna see what Source got to say about last week and next week. Okay. So ride with me. We finna bend the block a couple times and see what the fuck comes out. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is 9 of Cups. So with us starting out with a cup card, this may have something to do. This reading may be specifically set for like water signs. It don't gotta be, but I'm feeling called to say that shit, so I said it. 9 of Cups. So we know the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, right? So let's just say, okay, let's bend a couple blocks. You know what I mean? Bend a couple corners real quick and see what the fuck's going on. So Source, come on in the room. Let's see what the fuck Divine Feminine had going on last week. We had a card come out. This is just a pre-shuffle, y'all. Oh, this is just a pre-shuffle. I wanted to see if this was in reverse, but we already know it's not because we already checked the fucking deck. So here is the wheel in reverse. So the wheel is usually, it's like things can go one of two ways. It can either stop and things can be like at pause, or the wheel can move for your greater good, or you can be at the bottom of that motherfucker. It's one of three positions, right? So with this coming out in the pre-shuffle for Divine Feminine in reverse, remember that message we was picking up about, especially because these fell out, and this is the first card I saw, 4 of Cups. Remember all these cup cards. Definitely I'm feeling water in the building, gang. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But anyway, remember that that message I was picking up on y'all, and it was like a motherfucker was basically testing your spiritual gangster, right? Like a motherfucker was presenting themselves as one thing, but then it's really not what the fuck they was, and the wheel fell off, so you got out and kept it moving. I think I was calling you son in that reading, right? But I think the title of it is Your Spiritual Gangsters Being Tested. So for Divine Feminine, I feel like that's what happened last week, and then this one just flipped out, King of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like a lot of my Divine Feminines that are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces signs is what I just heard. A lot of y'all last week, your spiritual gangster was tested. So a motherfucker who you had some dealings with before, or a motherfucker that you really like or something like that came into your 3D vortex, and you was like, this motherfucker look good, smell good, they dress good, let's see, right? But it was something about them that maybe it was a conversation y'all had or some type of interaction that y'all had where you felt like your spiritual gangster was being tested, where a motherfucker was like, nah, that sound kind of crazy. And you was like, nah, my G, yo shit sound crazy. Yeah. Source is telling me that's what happened for y'all. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, the Hermit card come out after that. So definitely, this is just validation. 7 of Pentacles is usually, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's like a motherfucker who's looking down at a bush of weeds. right? And it got 6 pentacles in it, and then there's 1 pentacle up underneath them, right? So it's like you, like I was saying, you understanding that, my nigga, it don't matter how much you water this motherfucking bush, it's a bush of weeds. We need to just tear it down, and because it's weeds, we don't need this shit. So why are we taking care of a motherfucking weed bush? Get it out of here, right? That's what the 7 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite is. This 7 of Pentacles is like, yeah, she can't. You last week, Divine Feminine, you came into the knowing that that motherfucker was a bush of weeds. So instead of pampering, because this lady's pregnant, all 7 Pentacles is on her belly. So instead of you watering this motherfucking weed bush, bitch, you watered yourself. All 7 Pentacles went into you. Yeah, so I feel like last week, after you had your spiritual gangster tested, you went within, Hermit card. You went within and you started giving yourself all that TLC that you was giving to that motherfucking weed bush, bitch. Who? So, gang, gang. And congratulations, Divine Feminine. You motherfuckers did what the fuck you supposed to do, okay? All right, now let's get a pre-shuffle broke down for Divine Masculine, please. What was Divine Masculine doing last week, Source? What might they have missed, or what is the weekly recap for Divine Masculine? Gang, gang. Everybody get your seats. Gather around. We been them corners in this motherfucker. We ain't went too far yet, okay? So what's the pre-shuffle for Divine Masculine as far as the weekly recap or advice for next week? So with Divine Feminine pre-shuffle just now, I feel like we just got what she was doing last week. So we might only get what Divine Masculine was doing last week. And then I feel like maybe once we break, break the shit down. Once we get out the car, then we'll get next week and this weekend's advice, okay? Come on in here, Divine Masculine. What are y'all not in the building? Y'all ain't woke yet? It ain't, it's not, what is that called? When the motherfucking, housekeeping comes knocks on the hotel door, it ain't that time yet. The fuck? They ain't got put out the rooms yet. I know it's Friday, so y'all ain't got put out the rooms yet. Y'all ain't in this motherfucker. This one wanted to come out, and this one flew out. 4 of Swords, and 3 of Wands. So last week, y'all was pondering on some shit. You know what I mean? Look at this beaver right here. He's looking, and I think this came out in a recent read, like, oh, that them is the 4 of Swords. Oh, that right there, like it's gonna be that easy. I could just, you know what I mean? Like it was like you came into the knowing of some shit and you sat there and you pondered on it instead of you moving too quickly, or instead of you having old patterns, you know what I mean? Instead of you falling back on the old way you used to do shit, you went on here with the new magic school bus way of doing shit, right? So you synced something. Usually 4 of Swords is like somebody daydreaming or having somebody reassessing a situation. Thank you, Source, because I'm like, what? How can I say this to them? But yeah, it's like somebody reassessing some shit. Like maybe Divine Masculine, something was reintroduced into your 3D vortex last week that you might have missed before. You know what I mean? So it's like, your spiritual gang was like, my nigga, you need to look at this. You missed it before. Here's your second go around. Let's see if you ain't gonna miss it this time. Slow motherfucker. So I feel like last week, y'all probably got it, especially with this 3 of Wands card. Because look at the lady in this picture. She's laying there like stargazing, and there are like shooting stars. So it's like a wish, right? So you're expecting once you saw whatever it was that your spiritual gang was trying to show you, something that you had missed before, Divine Masculine, they showed it to you again in your 3D vortex last week. So when they showed it to you again last week, you caught it that time. You synced it that time. And so now it's got you. So then it had you in a position of expecting wish fulfillment, right? So I feel like it was a very positive week for my Divine Masculines last week. Yeah. I'm feeling like it was an opportunity or a person, place, or thing that you did not really pay attention to before. Source showed it to you again last week, and last week you took heed to that shit, and it's manifesting abundance for you. Is what I'm feeling. Divine Masculine. I was about to see if it was any more cards. Yeah, the Hermit. You went within. Once it was presented to you again in your vortex, your 3D vortex, you went within, like, you know what I mean? I feel like y'all might have checked with your spiritual gang, like, is this for my highest good? And I feel like your spiritual gang might have been like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, my nigga. And so you went with that shit, and it is manifesting abundance. Unicorn. So very good for you, Divine Masculine. I feel like last week, it went both ways. Divine Feminine, she had a motherfucker present themselves into their 3D. So I feel like the messages are kind of similar because, like I was picking up on for Divine Feminine, it was like somebody that you had reconnected with, and they presented themselves as one thing. You might have thought that they was something, and then so that's why you even gave it an opportunity to have this interaction with them last week, right? So in the midst of this interaction, your spiritual gangster was tested, and you was like, "Oh no, no, no." Don't put your judgment on me as far as how I rock with my spiritual gang. This is how I'm doing it, and this is how I'm gonna keep doing it. If you don't like it, get the fuck on. Thank you. Come again. So that's what it was going on for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. It was a person, place, or thing that you had not fully been that you had not fully embraced. Thank you, Source. That you had not fully embraced in your past. And so Source gave it to you again last week, like this is the door of opportunity. Are you gonna open it or not, my G? So it kind of mirrors each other. It's like the divine feminine was being spiritually tested, and it was like you were being spiritually tested or intuitively tested. Thank you, Source. You was being intuitively tested. So the messages, it kind of correlate with one another. Divine masculine, divine feminine were definitely upgrading last week. Upgrading, right? Y'all was definitely upgrading. So with the pre-shuffle already broke down, I think we're going to jump into the work your light is what I'm hearing. Work your light oracle so that we can get energies for divine masculine and divine feminine. All right, so let's get some energies for the message now because now we know what they did last week. Let's break this thing on down so we can hop out ski. Let's hop out ski the car and see what the fuck Source and your spiritual gang has to say for you for this weekend and next week. So come in along, Spirit. Let's get some cards for Divine Feminine energy, please. And thank you. Okay. What y'all been doing? I hope everybody's week has been good. My week was alright. I ain't gonna complain. Y'all know I'm not a complainer. I'm a motherfucking doer. It's raining like a motherfucker here, though. So, yeah, my kiddos are sleeping because they cannot fuck with the rain. The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. What did I tell you y'all was doing last week, y'all? Damn, this damn light. Y'all seen the last video. It was making my damn teeth look yellow. So I tried to rearrange the lighting, and now it's good for my teeth and it's bad for the fucking cars. We got to get this shit figured out. Jesus, take the wheel. So I believe we pulled this in the last reading. And yeah, this is the energy for Divine Feminine this week and this weekend. Like I was saying, your spiritual gang was tested. And so now you are being blessed because of that. It's like you are coming into with this card, I'm getting Empress and Hierophant feels. So it's like because you passed that test, because everything is a lesson, a test. Everything is about growth. Progression is the goal, my G. You feel me? So with you coming out of last week victorious, I'm feeling like Hierophant vibes, like I was saying. So I feel like in this weekend and your energies and advice of going into next week is like Hierophant energies. Remember, I was picking up on this already before. I was saying like I didn't want to say it because I don't like saying it, but like y'all was like some prophecy. Like y'all are coming into prophecy energy is what I believe the message was I was trying to convey last time that card came out. So I feel like, yeah, this week, some of y'all may be divine feminines. A lot of y'all might be going into y'all Super Bowl energies this week. So that's good. I hope you ready to play. Let me get some energies out here for divine feminine. Divine masculine for this weekend and next week. Please, ma'am. Yes, sir. All my spiritual gang. Well, I didn't know all four of those was coming out. The very first one was dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Okay, this is kind of like with that message I was picking up of stop and smell the flowers. So I feel like this week, divine masculine, because because of your performance last week, it's like you are I'm trying to figure out a way that y'all can fucking see this card. Jesus. Because of your performance last week, because you went with your intuitive nudges about this person, place, or thing that was being reintroduced into your 3D vortex, because you passed that, it's like you have a whole new opportunities. Whatever this thing was that you person, place, or thing, whatever this person, place, or thing was that you was not paying attention to in the past, it's gonna bring you abundance. Like I was picking up on in the pre-shuffle, it's gonna bring you a whole lot of abundance, my G. Real shit. Like this thing, person, place, or thing is gonna uh it's like it's gonna give you hella seeds of opportunity. Like with this person, place, or thing on as your ally, it's I'm telling you, it's gonna bust the butt. It's like boom, who's in the room as far as your potential for your future type shit. Like my G, you got a major upgrade with this person, place, or thing last week, divine masculine. I'm trying to told you for real. This person is gonna really, really help you. This thing is gonna really, really help you, whatever it is. Yeah, so I feel like this is gonna be very important for you, divine masculine. So the next card out. Y'all know how I do. Once we get out the card, once we get out the cards will just come out and that we'll go back and forth. So with this being the first card out, because some cards did fly out. This one came out this way, so that's why I'm looking at it first. But remember, what did I tell you I was getting with this card for the divine feminine? What did I say? I was getting like terrifying empress type feels. The first card out for divine feminine is priestess. So yeah, that's that prophecy shit I was saying. My G, you are the Hierophant this week, coming into this weekend and this week. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? Yes. So because you aced that shit and you said, no, my G, the way I ride in the car with spirit is not this or not that. However your test came about, you stood up for the God of your understanding and for your spiritual gang. You stood up for that shit. So you were being called to lead in that moment. So I feel like in this weekend and coming in the next week, divine feminine, you are now being called to spread, is what I'm hearing. So you have successfully passed that spiritual gangster test. So now they want you to spread it, even if you're not being tested. They want you to, you know, be the be the prophecy. Now you got to be the prophecy. Now you got to go around holding church. You feel me? But it's in a good way though. And then I'm also seeing a lot of stars in this, so it may have something to do with you and like here I feel like she's holding on to a star. So, like I was saying, I was getting for divine feminine, I was getting water fields for this leg of the race. Like now we busting this bitch down. I'm getting a lot of air field, and with these stars being everywhere, it's like divine blessings, divine gifts. Also, I'm getting Aquarius fields too with these stars. So I don't know if that resonates with your actual sign, if you have that in your chart, if that's someone you're dealing with, or what. But I'm picking up, sometimes I just get called to say zodiac signs, sometimes I don't. So in the pre-shuffle, I was picking up on Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Now that we're breaking this thing down, I'm getting airfields, and especially Aquarius. With this, for divine masculine, for me it just looks like I know that she's not in water, but the way her dress is flowing, it kind of feels like water. So divine masculine, I'm getting Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces feel for you just off this first card, and then this is your second card, which is all water. Just saying. So it's very probable that you may have something. It may be something to do with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for my divine masculine. For divine feminine, I'm getting air signs, which is Aquarius, Libra. Why do I do it every time, y'all? That's just dumb as fuck. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, for divine feminine. For divine masculine, I'm getting Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So your card is Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. What was I telling y'all with this first card? Whoever that person is, place, or thing that your spiritual gang has reintroduced into your 3D vortex because you wasn't noticing it at first, that motherfucker is seeds and seeds and seeds of opportunity for you. Like they are gonna bust your shit wide open. So yeah, you know what I mean? It makes sense. You're creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So whatever divine masculine, I feel like y'all are it's like an actual tangible idea is the feels that I'm getting. So divine masculine, I feel like if there's like a business idea that you have, if there's a book you've been wanting to write, if there's a club you've been wanting to start, something that has to do with a material, tangible thing, right? If it's something that you've been having ideas about now, this weekend and this week coming up, this is your opportune time, my G, to get that shit going. For real. Whatever it is, I don't give a fuck if it's just listen, your thoughts, sometimes we have random thoughts, right? Them random thoughts is your spiritual gang chiming in. So if you having random ass thoughts about this business idea that you had 7 years ago and you ain't thought about it since then, but last week it came up again in your 3D vortex and now you really tapping into this, I'm telling you that is your spiritual gang way of letting you know you needed to get this shit done right now. Do it right now, nigga. Okay, you was thinking about it. I keep getting 7 years ago, so maybe it's something, a person, place, or thing that you had some type of involvement or thoughts about 7 years ago, and you ain't thought about it since then. Last week, you thought about it again. You thought about it, and you really put some mental effort into it. Like, well, wait, what could that be? You know what I mean? Could it really be as big as I think it could be? Yes. This is Source's way of telling you yes, my G, and you need to Source said, it's your business, whatever it is, it's your thing and you need it now. Okay, so whatever ideas that you're having about a business or a something, it's something. Because this is general. I'm going to say that this is general. So whatever it is for you, divine masculine energy, this thing that you've been thinking about, create it. This weekend, into this week, going into this weekend and next week, you need to be trying to create that shit, my G. For real. Now is your time. Get that shit done. So the next card out for Divine Feminine, and this was upside down. Let me see how these. Okay, these all three of these are upside down. So I don't think it's supposed to be upside down. This is the Starseed card. It says, "What lights you up?" So I feel like my Divine Feminines are having a very fucking spiritual week. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all, I feel like some of y'all are doing your Super Bowl this week. And all these fucking cards are like spiritual ass cards, my G. Y'all, I feel like a lot of divine feminines, especially in air energy, that's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. A lot of y'all are coming into your spiritual Super Bowl this week. For real. For real, for real. And I know that this is a planet right here, but every time I see this, I get either the number 5 or number 6. See, I'm sorry, y'all. This fucking lighting. See that? I know it's a planet with the, but every time I see it, I either get the number 5 or 6. This time I'm getting the number 6. So if that resonates with you, however it does or however it don't, motherfucker, take your piece. Okay? Okay. Moving the fuck on. Over here, the next card out for Divine Masculine is Imrama. Now let me say this. With you have the Lemuria card and the Imrama card. So I feel like my Divine Masculines, who this is hitting with, and I feel like this divine masculine, you might be in a lot of water. You may be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Y'all are doing a lot of it's a lot of soul work going on with my divine masculines this week because you have pulled an Imrama card and a Lumeria card. These Lumeria and Imrama are like ain't not ancient cities, but they're like Atlantis. You feel me? Or some shit like that. Like it's like a spiritual city type shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if not this week coming up, because this reading we're doing for this weekend and this week coming up, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Divine Masculine, if a lot of y'all in this energy, this resonating with this read, if a lot of y'all didn't hit y'all spiritual Super Bowl the week after. Because this type of work that you're doing, remember in the pre-shop I was picking up on you intuitively growing, right? Because something that you have already seen before in your past, my G, it's something you wasn't really paying attention to. So source was giving it to you again so that you can understand how serious that shit really was and what you were really made of, right? Type shit. So I feel like that's again being, because the message is, what are you being called? Where are you being called to journey to? And it's like this week, your spiritual gang is trying to show you how fruitful you really are. Thank you, source, because I was really trying to figure it out. Your spiritual gang is trying to show you how to what the fuck you can really do, who the fuck you really are, and what the fuck you can really do. I feel like, again, I was saying you weren't really seeing it for what it was. Whatever this thing is, you weren't really seeing it for what it was at first. Now you're at a place spiritually where you are looking at things more deeply. Like you're not just seeing shit on no surface value. You seeing things from a different perception, and so it's like this week you are being blessed so that you can move forward, because I feel like this divine feminine, she was being spiritually tested to see if she was going to speak on the God of her understanding. This week, divine masculine, you're coming into the true foundation and understanding of that shit. You feel me? So that's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if going into the next week after this one coming up, if you wouldn't be in the same position. You know what I mean? Going through your spiritual Super Bowl type shit. So y'all do kind of mirror each other. It's like she's just one step ahead of you, which is how if we get specific on this shit, that's how it is. Like the divine feminine always transcends or ascends before divine masculine. Not that it's our job, but it's kind of like it's the role of divine feminine to reach back and grab the hand of your divine masculine or any divine masculine to help them. It's like the divine feminine kind of brings the divine masculine to awareness, right? So all of this right here makes sense. It's not to say that men are beneath women or anything of that nature, but I feel like women or someone who identifies as a woman, we're just more so in tuned emotionally, right? So with us already having the knowledge more so of our emotions and how that shit works, it's easier for us to interpret this energy shit because we already one step uh, to that being so emotionally charged, right? We already one step to, you know what I mean, reading that shit. For divine masculines, it can take a little bit more time because he's so rooted in what he can provide and what he can do in the physical. You know what I mean? That's his lane of comfort. You know what I mean? Like the men in this 3D world, our perception is the man is to provide and protect. The woman is to nurture and feed, right? So sometimes when we are still stuck in those 3D boxes, those boundaries, we take on those roles. So until we ascend to the point of understanding that we are all one, my nigga, and it's just as much as my job to pay a bill as it is to feed you motherfuckers, as it is the masculine. Once I come into reality of that, or the knowing of that, and once he comes into the knowing of that, then we're both just falling into the place, right? Maybe this day he ain't gotta work, so he might can cook. I gotta work, so I might can bring in the bread. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? It's an even flow. It's a you fall into a rhythm once you understand that all things are one, and you just do what you can when you can, and just be blessed enough to be in the moment so that you can do what the fuck you can, right? Once we all come into the awareness of that, that's called oneness consciousness. And once we all are there, then it makes it easier for the entire world, because then it's just all of us trying to figure it out how we can and when we can, right? But before that, we in this very strict lane. Like he got to do this and she got to do that. That's how we do it because that's what was imposed upon us by society at large, right? So until we can break the shackles of that type of thinking, my nigga, it's kind of like our job as divine feminines to help divine masculine ascend. Because until he gets to that point where he is comfortable enough, thank you, source, until he gets to that point where he's comfortable enough to really break off into this shit, it's like he's missing it. How can he see some shit that he can't see? Okay, but we're gonna get back to this reading because listen, I could talk about shit like that all day. So with this being the last card out, it's gonna be for both of us. It are both of y'all, the divine feminine and divine masculine, going into this weekend and next week. It'll fall in between. This card is Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This card came out with my computer love read. Okay. So I feel like maybe some of y'all in this reading, y'all might have a partner that is going to be coming in over this weekend or next week. And I'm not getting this card came out in computer love. So some of y'all, I'm feeling like maybe this many of y'all might have that reading might actually be for y'all. So check it out, especially if you are in an air. If wait, what was in the what I'm trying to see what I don't know. I don't know what zodiac signs I called out in my computer love reading, but if you watch it and it was either air sign or water sign, and you resonate with this message, that message could very well be for you too. You feel me? Type shit. But the message is you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So yeah, for divine masculine, your ancient ancestors are there to remind you again who you are, where you come from, what your life purpose is, like what you are supposed to be doing. They are coming to remind you who the fuck you are and what the fuck you can do. Remind you of your fullest potential, right? Divine feminine, it's your ancestors are here to help you through your Super Bowl, my baby, because you are hitting the Super Bowl this week, is what the fuck I'm feeling. Yeah, you are hitting your Super Bowl this week. So your ancestors are here to help you through that. They want to let you know that the coach is right there. They will run plays. They are running plays, honey. Okay, so you ain't alone either. Understand that shit. All right. Now let's go into the fairy oracle and then we'll do the heal yourself. Okay, y'all? Okay. So for the fairy oracle, we'll just get some advice. Or, yeah, some advice I heard. Okay. Let's get some advice for divine feminine. These two? Okay. Moon energy. Didn't I say that? I said your Super Bowl shit will be the timing of a new moon, full moon, something. We just the went into Capricorn. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I know that there is a full moon coming up 12/12. Just I think this is just confirmation, validation also of the message that I was picking up on, like you're going into the Super Bowl. Because remember, I kept saying that in regards to the timing of the Super Bowl. So, moon energy. And the message is surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. Ain't that what I was just saying? If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Yeah, so I feel like this is saying in the moment of your Super Bowl, don't be it's a damn fly in here. In the moment of your Super Bowl, don't be so anxious. If you ever feel anxious, confused, if you don't understand something, if you need guidance, just ask, right? Like I said, your spiritual gang is right there with you, my G. Right there with you. So just understand that you can ask, tap in, right? Next card out is Shine From Within. It said, looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. It's game time. Danner, danner, danner. That's what I just heard. This damn fly just keeps coming right here, y'all. My window's up. I always have my window up during reads, but it's never a fly. Like this motherfucker is like right here. And it just keeps coming over here. Jesus. So, anyways, shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Yes. What did I tell you the Super Bowl was? It was like a spirit. It was a test of your spiritual growth. So yeah, it's time for you to show your true beauty. Time for you to show all everybody in your spiritual gang that every time you bumped your head, you actually learned the lesson from it. You're not out here looking like somebody crash dummy. You're not banging your head up against the fucking wall for nothing. You hit your head on that wall, and you learned your lesson, and you have sustainably uh, 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 acquired the knowledge of that lesson to where you can now apply it. Right? Yes. Yeah, listen, I wish y'all the very best. And see, I just wanted to see. Sometimes I'm called to the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck, and I'll put this right in between because this will go for both y'all. It says magical gateway, my G. It says it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Yes, so divine feminine, this is about your Super Bowl. Divine masculine, this is about you getting to know yourself and who you are and the potential that you have within yourself, right? You are a magical gateway. You just gotta step into that shit, right? Divine feminine, you have all the tools necessary to step through this magical gateway. Do it, my baby. Do it with a smile on your face, my G. You feel me? Dopeness. So let me get some cards out here for Divine Masculine for advice for this weekend and next week, please. Thank y'all. Thank you. Okay, those two. Okay. So the first card out was purity. The message is always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answers to your questions. Yes, remember I was saying to y'all last week, y'all was scared to ask for directions. This week, y'all are asking for directions. I'm super proud of you, Divine Masculine. Gang, gang. Yes. So yeah, I feel like your your sense of self is being purified. I feel like this group that I'm tapping into, I feel like y'all had a lot of self sabotage. Y'all had a lot of not low self-esteem, but you just had a lot of low vibrational thoughts of self. Like you didn't even understand who the fuck you really are. Like you for real, because y'all are some powerful motherfuckers. For real, but I don't think that you really had the understanding of that. Like you didn't even know who the fuck you really was. So going into this weekend and next week, Spirit is showing you who the fuck you are, honey. They are purifying your thoughts of self. Huh. The fuck? Look how happy this lady look. Look at this unicorn. You are both. You are this happy person and you are this unicorn. What did I tell y'all? You're the magical gateway for divine feminine and divine masculine. Y'all are magical gateways within yourself. Understand that shit and walk into it. Precious time. It says the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Yes. So I feel like this is this is telling you that like I was saying, whatever this opportunity is or whatever this idea is, this business idea, this book thing, this whatever it is that you want to create, is coming back into your 3D vortex, that's making you expand your sense of self, right? All of this shit that happened last week, whatever that is, like I was saying, this weekend, next week is the time to do it, right? This is just validation of that. This is validation of that shit that I was picking up on. You feel me? So whatever it is, whatever business idea that you're coming back into the knowledge of through this expansion of self, divine masculine, you need to pursue that. Okay? Put your 10 toes in that motherfucker. Okay? Dick and balls is what I'm hearing. Put your dick and balls into whatever this idea thing is, whatever this business opportunity or this thing is that you can. I'm hearing like have a monetary gain off of. Whatever that is that you're thinking about, do that shit. Put your dick and balls in that shit, my nigga, for real. For real. Put your back into it. You can do it. Put your back into it. I'm hearing that now. Yeah, so put your back into it and make sure you are dick and balls deep. I'm sorry it sounds vulgar, but y'all need to hear it like that. Make sure you are dick and balls deep, my friend. Okay, now I just want to get notes from the universe. I want to get one for divine feminine and one for divine masculine, and then we will wrap this shit on out. Let me get some notes from the universe about not about, my bad, but let's get notes from the universe for divine masculine and divine feminine for this weekend and next week, please. All right. This came out on top of divine masculine. It says, enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. Right? Then I tell you, you didn't even know who the fuck you didn't even know how powerful you was. Like this week, you're coming into the full potential of self. Didn't I say that? I said that. I said that, G. I said that shit. Let's see what the message is on the back. It says, do you know what you've created? It says, no. Besides an intergalactically known saunter named after you. I don't know what the fuck that means, but inspiration. And this is the things you've created. Okay. Whoever wrote these cards, they wrote them a little weird. Okay. Sometimes I get the terminology, sometimes I don't. Right now, I'm not. So I'm just going to read this shit in my own ebonics. Okay? Okay. It says, do you know what you have created? What you have created is inspiration in the eyes that have watched you. You've created hope in the minds that have admired you, and love in the hearts that have known you. But you might ease up on your sachet before you hurt somebody. Don't hurt nobody. Now, what I feel with this card is not ease up before you hurt somebody. It's like, you know how your grandmama be like, go ahead with your bad self. Don't hurt nobody now. This is what Source is trying to say to you, like, my nigga, yes. Go ahead with your unique ass. Don't you hurt nobody now. Yes. Like they're proud of you. You feel me? I'm proud of you too. I ain't gonna stunt. Proud of you. Yeah, everyone is doing their best. So yeah, that's a message for divine feminine and masculine this week. Everyone is doing their best, my G. That is so good. I'm so proud of y'all. All right, now let me get a card out here. Oh, I was gonna say for divine feminine, and that one popped right on out. It said, "Love is the reason." So why did you stand up for the way you do your shit spiritually? Because you love it. Because you love the God of your understanding, and ain't no motherfucker gonna sway you. Yes, sis. Gang, gang. Look, I just felt the need to do that. Gang, gang, gang. Love is the reason why you stand up for self, why you stand up for source, why you stand up for your spiritual gang, gang. Listen, divine gang, gang. You are divine, my baby. Anyways, the message on the back says each person in your life is there for a reason. Didn't I say that's what happened last week? Somebody came back, right? They had presented themselves like one thing. Y'all had a past together, and then they tried to test your spiritual gang gang. They didn't know you was a gangster. They didn't know you was a savage. Now I'm hearing that Rihanna, fuck your white horse in the garage. Hold on, what is it? Because I want to really get this. Didn't they tell you that I was a savage and fuck your white horse in your carriage? Just another nigga on the app. What is it? Just another something. No. They should have told you. Somebody shouldn't have told you that you could ever have it. You need. Y'all know the motherfucking song. That's what I'm hearing. Yes. So this motherfucker probably came back last week thinking like he was the shit. Who? And you might have thought he was the shit too. But then he tried to test you in regards to the way you get down with your spiritual gang gang. Who? And you was like, my nigga, I will cut your motherfucking throat. Who? They didn't tell him that you was a savage. Honey, they didn't tell him that you will love self and source way more than you could ever love him. They didn't tell him that shit, my baby. Gang gang. Sips tea. Gang gang. Also, since I just said that, I want to let y'all know, be looking out for the weekly tarot tea sip session. That motherfucker will be in full effect tonight, okay? So make sure y'all are gathered around. Y'all know how YouTube land works, so we don't know when that shit is going to upload, okay? But I'll be doing it tonight, and I will try my motherfucking hardest to have it uploaded I want to have it uploaded around like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, because I feel like we can all get up. We can get our little drinky drink, and we can all gather around, and we can tap into motherfuckers and see what the fuck they not telling us. Okay, for the tarot tea sip session like we did last week. I would like for a lot more of us to be in here so that we can so I can feed off y'all energy, so I could tell more, give more stories. Last week it was just one story. I feel like if there's more than one energy in the motherfucking building, I might be able to tap into a lot of advice as far as what a lot of motherfuckers ain't telling y'all. But let's get back to this. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Let me get my tea. Mind your business. Don't worry about what's in my cup. Anyway, it says each person in your life is there for a reason, and that reason always has something to do with love. Yeah. So you love yourself, you love source, and you was not finna let that go down. Not in my house. So the reason that motherfucker came back was so that you could flex your love muscle for source, my baby. Listen, y'all. If don't nobody else tell y'all, I am super dumb proud of y'all this week, my nigga. Real shit. Y'all are doing the work. Y'all are on the bus. I'm feeling like y'all are on time to class and all that shit. Like, yes, gang, gang. Divine gang, gang in the building. Yes. Shout out to Miss Casey Sweets. Okay? Miss Casey Sweets, you left one of the most genuine messages I ever fucking saw. The comment. Like, dude, that shit gave me life. So shout out to you, Miss Casey Sweets. That shit, I don't know if it's a woman or a man. I just assume because it says Miss in the front. But shout out to Miss Casey Sweets. Divine Gang Gang. So yeah, now we're gonna start using that. Thank you, Miss Casey Sweets. So everybody that is tapped in, that is in here with me, y'all ride the magic school bus with me. We're gonna start calling each other Divine Gang Gang in the motherfucker building, okay? So again, shout out to Miss Casey Sweets. I love y'all. I love all of y'all. And thank y'all for spreading that love. I'll leave y'all in unconditional peace, love, and light, my babies. Bye.